Lam. 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 Now we bring our awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and this is behind where we urinate, and there we do the mantra Vam. So we squeeze from front to back, and we keep the mudra, the ring finger pressing against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Vam. 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 Now let's bring our awareness behind the navel, and there we will do the mantra Ram. Mentally squeeze your navel from front to back as you press against the middle finger. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Now we bring our awareness in between the breasts and the middle of the body. And here we do the sound Yum. And here it's difficult to squeeze, but mentally try to squeeze and keep the index finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum. 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 Now we bring our awareness to the throat, and here with thumbs up, we use the sound hum. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Now let's bring our awareness to the middle of the head. And here we do the sound chum. And here too we keep the thumbs up. Take a deep breath in. Chum. 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 Now bring the awareness to the top of the head, and here we do Om. Again, thumbs up. Let's begin. Now, as usual, let's go on to our happy face breathing.
Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
I sorry to interrupt, but I have to talk to Dr. Ramesh Patel. You keep turning your audio on and you keep unmuting yourself. And I have to, every day I have to play a cat and mouse game with you. Every time I'm doing this lum wum, you turn your mic on and you start coinciding with Dr. Rajan. So please turn off your mic. And if I have muted you, please remain muted. Okay, please don't unmute yourself constantly. Okay, everybody is silent, please. Okay.
I did it unmute right now. You see, I did unmute.
Yes.
How does it happen automatically? I have to just
I don't know.
Game with you.
I just don't know. Every time you give me a signal, I do it.
All right. Okay. So please mute yourself.
Okay, I did.
No. Oh, yes, it did.
I had to. No. I had to do it. Okay. All right. But please be cautious about that. Thank you.
Okay. So now we are going on to the happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayam. And here we are going to, for those of you who know, please carry on. And for those who are new, close your eyes and watch your throat. Your throat should feel normal. And with the eyes closed, continue to make a big smile in the face. Observe a slight stretch in the throat. And focusing on that stretch, inhale and exhale slowly. How slowly? I'll demonstrate with hand going up as we inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. Okay, now let's go on to the next exercise. Let's keep our awareness beginning from the sternum area and going up as we do the mantra Haim Im So let's make it flow. Haim Im like that, let it flow. So this is to be done mentally. You don't say the mantra loudly outside. So close your eyes and feel the flow from the sternum going over to the top of the head. Haim Im the mental vibration. Now let's go on to the next mantra. Here we will focus from the feet and ankle, then to the knees, and then to the lowermost spine, then just above the hip, in the back, back of the neck, and back of the head. So we will do 7 mantras going that way from the bottom of the feet and ankle. The 7 mantras are Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. Aim is for the feet and ankle. Shim is for the knees. Jim is for the part of the spine below the hip. And Jaim is for the part of the spine just above the hip. Haim is for the part behind the chest. And again, a second time, Aim is for the back of the neck, and Om is for the back of the head. So I'm going to do this mantra a few times. This should be done silently, but because you won't remember all the 7, I'm going to ask you while I say this, just visualize it rising from your feet and ankle to the knee, to the spine below the hip, above the hip, back of the neck, and then back of the head. So close your eyes, visualize. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 This is, somebody has put it for you in the chat box, so you can see it there. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Aim Shim Jim Jaim Haim Aim 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 Om. Aim Shim Jim Jaim Haim Jaim Haim Shab Aim Om. Aim Shim Jim Jaim Haim 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 Aim Om. That is good enough for people who have arthritis and anything related to like osteoarthritis or osteopenia. You should all practice this exercise. It may be helpful for you. Now, let's go on to our neck exercise, our spinal alignment. As you exhale, gently bring your ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go towards the other side. Inhale, come back up. And continue. Slower the better. And the slowness is measured by how slowly you exhale. Now, as you inhale, come back, and as you exhale, turn the head as if you're looking over one shoulder. Inhale, come back, and exhale, go over the other shoulder. Okay. Now, as we inhale, we take the head back. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Now, as you exhale, chin to the chest, and then begin 360-degree rotation. Inhale, half a circle. Exhale, complete the other half. Go in the same direction. Inhale and exhale. Now go in the opposite direction. Okay, now we go to the shoulder exercises. As you inhale, Lift up one shoulder, and as you exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And then inhale, lift up the other shoulder, exhale, rotate it back and bring it down, and continue. Don't do it too vigorously. Gentle, slow inhalation and slow exhalation. Okay. Now, hands up. Inhale, palms up and spread out the fingers. Exhale, thumbs in and downward facing fist. Inhale and exhale. Now, inhale and exhale and rotate around the wrist. Inhale and exhale. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale.
Keep the chin up, Padmini Totapalli.
Keep the elbows stretched out. Now elbows in line with the shoulders, open out the palms. Inhale and exhale, rotate around the wrist. Some around the elbows, a little bit around the shoulders. And just observe the motion. Inhale and exhale. Keep the awareness within. Now let's go backward. Inhale and exhale. Okay, interlock the hands, bring it behind the head. Make sure the elbows are in perfect straight line, 180 degrees to each other. And keep the head straight. Don't let the head bend. Exhale, turn to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, come back. Continue. Excellent. Now we do both shoulders together. Inhale and exhale, rotate back. Now, cross one hand over the opposite knee and take the other hand behind and turn as you exhale. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the other way. Okay. Now we can cross one leg over the other and hold the knee on the top with your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, you not only pull up the knee, but you also push it in the opposite direction so that the butt lifts a little bit. And then as you lift it up, you turn your head in the same direction as the head you're holding. Inhale, release, and exhale, pull and turn. Now cross the leg over the other side, the other leg. As you exhale, do the other side. Okay, that is good. Now we will do some leg exercises sitting, cycling with the leg. Inhale and exhale, stretch out and cycle with the leg. Don't do it with both legs at the same time. Then you're doing exercising, not yoga. In yoga, you want to do mind-body effectiveness with breath. Feel the breath. Keep the awareness in the leg. Feel how it feels as you inhale and exhale and lift. Now go to the other leg. Inhale and exhale. Sunandaji, if you work like that, you belong in an exercise class, not in a yoga class. Smooth, slow movement. Keep the awareness in the movement. Okay. Now we can go on to breathing exercises, the Bhastrika Pranayam that we normally do to energize. Those of you who know how to do it, you can start. But for others, since we have new people, I'm going to explain. Keep your hand in the abdominal area. And as you exhale, feel the abdominal area go in. Inhale, feel the abdominal area come out. Expand the chest as you continue to inhale and pull back the shoulder as the upper lung breathes. And then as you exhale, let everything collapse. So if you do in one smooth motion, it will go as follows. One more time. That was a full inhale and full exhale. Keeping your hand like that and doing it will give you all the effect. For those of you who are comfortable using the hand, you can keep it in a loose fist with elbows by the side. As you inhale, feel the abdominal area come out. And as the inhalation continues to go into the chest, feel that just lift up the elbows so that the chest has room to expand. And as the upper lung breathes, pull back the shoulders and open out the palms. And as you exhale, slowly come down. Exhalation is always slightly longer than inhalation. So let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Eyes closed, relax.
There are folks who are going forward and backward and keeping the head chin down. That's not going to give you the same effect.
That's right. Keeping the body spine straight is a good idea, and not letting the head nod too much. Observe the sensations and let it slowly dissipate. So now let's go on to the second round. Loose fist. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Relax, eyes closed.
Jasu Viroja. I sent a message to you. Narayan, Urmila Sandhi has a lot of tension. Can you check?
Certainly.
I see her on 4th page.
Okay.
Narayan, I just wanted to make an announcement. So should I wait between this and the, or after the meditation?
No, no, no. Go ahead. Make the announcement. People are just observing. They can listen.
All right. So everyone, we have International Day of Yoga coming up on June 20th. And, the Embassy of India in Washington, D.C. is organizing a program for that. And so that's one event. The other event is a Life in Yoga collaboration with Embassy of India. And that's happening on June 21st, 3 to 5 p.m. And that's a scientific symposium about benefits of yoga and the scientific approaches to yoga. And so both the details about both these events and the join Zoom registration link or the join link are in your daily reminder email. So if you open your daily reminder email, you'll see both of them at the bottom, point number 7 and point number 8. Point number 6 and point number 7. What I've also done is I've also put a link for the recording of the Haim Im mantra. And it's a continuous recording for 2 hours. And you can just click on it and play it from your phone. You can save it on your device as well. And, you can do your Haim Im mantra practice with that, recording. That's it. Thank you.
So now we are ready to go into meditation. So we'll keep the Om running in the background. Mentally let yourself go. Tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. If you have a personal mantra, you can do it. If not, just watch your breath and listen to Om. It's 6:31, so I'll pause over here. And today we continue with the Yoga Sutras, but at the same time, we will also talk about a few other things about how CPAP affects and what we have found about it. We were going to talk about it yesterday, and some other day we will talk about the arrhythmia and what we have found. Now, I see that there are some newer people over here who may not have introduced themselves, maybe 3 or 4 of them. If they want to introduce, we have, and then we can go into the Yoga Sutras. Is the screen share on? And no. So Srijit, are you going to put up the Yoga Sutras?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, thank you. So
Yeah, screen share
Jayanti
is on now.
Meenakshi Sundar, yeah, go ahead. Bal Mukund, you said
Yes,
something?
screen share is on now.
Excellent. So Jayanti Meenakshi Sundaram, would you like to introduce yourself? Let's
Hi,
see.
this is Jayanti. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, USA. So thanks for this invite. It was really helpful.
Wonderful. How did you come to know about us?
One of my friend, we have a women's group here. So she shared it and she found it very useful during this lockdown. And so she shared in our group, like whoever wished to join can join. And it is a convenient time for me. So I opted it out. And this is my first class. But I
Very,
like it, very useful.
very nice. Share it with more people. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, namaskar ji.
Yes, Namaskar ji, kahiye. Yes. Hello, somebody else wants to speak?
Namaste, Narayanji. This is Sandhya Rao from Phoenix, Arizona.
Yes.
I just joined last week, and
Yeah.
it was through Anu Goyal that I joined.
Yes.
And I feel absolutely blessed to be a part of this. This is just unbelievably wonderful.
Thank you so much. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Now, anybody else?
Hello Rajanji, my name is Renu. I am also new joining. Today I have joined first session. I'm also from Cleveland, and Jayanti and me are from Cleveland, and we are from same group, and we joined you, and it was wonderful. I liked it very much.
Any of you physicians?
हाँ जी, सुमेश सूद बोल रही हूँ.
हाँ जी.
मैंने पिछले हफ्ते ही अश्विन ने मुझे याद दिलवाया कि
हाँ.
ऐसे ऐसे योगा चल रहा है. बहुत अच्छा लगा.
Thank you.
मैंने पार्किंसन की बात भी की थी लास्ट टाइम जब
बहुत
परसों
धन्यवाद.
लास्ट वीक आई थी, पार्किंसन की बात की थी. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम किस समय आप समय दे सकेंगे?
मुझे ईमेल भिजवा दें तो मैं कैलेंडर में देखकर मैं बता दूंगा.
ठीक है, आप ईमेल कौन सी भेजें?
बाल मुकुंद आपको भिजवा देगा ईमेल एड्रेस.
आपने मैंने अपना ईमेल एड्रेस डाल दिखा है चैट बॉक्स में. कैन यू सी दैट?
हाँ, यस.
balmukund.dhar@gmail.com. ओके. तो या अगर आप अपना ईमेल एड्रेस चैट बॉक्स में दे दें तो मैं आपको ईमेल कर दूंगा.
वो चैट में देना पड़ेगा?
नहीं, आप बोल सकते हैं सूदी जी. मैं अंजू बोलती हूँ. बहुत साल के बाद आवाज आई. बहुत अच्छी आवाज है. वेरी नाइस, वेरी गुड इम्प्रूवमेंट. वाओ, गुड टू सी यू. गुड टू नॉट सी यू बट आई कैन हियर यू.
थैंक यू.
थैंक यू. Oh my God, thank you, thank you.
Namaste.
हाँ जी.
Okay, so.
Well, I think someone else went and shared the screen.
Okay. That'll happen. Okay. So now, now shall we go to the Yoga Sutras?
Yes.
Okay. So just as a way to recall where we started and how we are going with the Yoga Sutras. When we started the Yoga Sutras, we gave you an overview of it. And then when we began the first chapter, we said that it was the overview, executive overview. So in the first 17 sutras, Patanjali essentially told us, just by having the attitude of an observer and practicing that every day, you can reach a high state of wisdom with full awareness, called Samprajñātah state, Sutra number 17. And how it happens? You stay in that state of pure, unaffected awareness. That is, as he says, Vairagya Bhav is the term used, dispassionate, pure observer state. And you practice that every day. And in that state, when you have questions, you ask the questions, contemplate on the questions, and you let it go. And the answers come back to you and you experience it. And this is how you realize the nature of existence. And he also pointed out between Sutra 18 and 20 that if you have any fixed ideas, that is what you will experience. And thereafter, in Sutras 21 and 22, he tells you the rate at which you make progress towards that goal is entirely dependent upon how much effort you put into it. Then Sutra number 123, he says, he introduced the idea of God, that simply by surrender to God, you can experience the highest as well. He will actually make that point later in chapter 2 also when we look at the concept of niyama. But any case, when we get there, this is why this is an introductory overview and not everything. Then Sutra number 124 to 29, he tells you the nature of God. And then after that, this kind of sutra up to Sutra number 29 completes one section. Now he is going to give you another way in which you can understand how yoga, benefits you and how yoga progressively takes you in the right path. And this is probably what is very relevant for many people who come with ill health. So in Sutra number 30, he says, Vyadhi Sthana Samshaya Pramada Alasya Avirati Bhranti Darshana Alabdha Bhumikatva Anavasti Tatvani Chitta Vikshepaste Antarayaha. Antaraya means obstacles. What are the obstacles? What do? The obstacles delude you, that is, the chitta, which is your program system. Vikshepa means to delude you. It deludes or confuses your program system. And so what kind of things confuse that and causes an obstacle for you? Vyadhi means any kind of disease condition. Sthana means mental inertia. Samshaya means doubtfulness. Pramada means you can call it as carelessness, something you trivialize things. Alasya means laziness. Avirati means craving for sensual pleasure. Bhranti darshana means, actually, Bhranti means, you can almost call it as madness or, delusion. Bhranti darshana is being in the state of delusive perceptions. Alabdha bhumikatva is your sense that you're not going to reach your goal. Anavasti tattvani, anavasti tattva means you attain something and you're unable to hold on to it. So all these things can be obstacles that will confuse your program system, whereby you may not be able to reach the goal of yoga that has been described in the previous segments. And this is normally the state a lot of people are in. So now he goes on to in Sutra number 31, Dukkha Daurmanasya angamejatva, shwasa prashwasa, vikshepa sahabhuva. So, when you're in this kind of an imbalanced state as defined in Sutra number 30, what happens to you? The first signal is your breath is not in good order. Shwasa prashwasa means inhalation and exhalation. Vikshepa is confused, or what would you say? Irregular, imbalanced. Sahabhuvaha means exists along with it. So the first way in which for you to see whether you're in good balance or not is, how is your breath? Is your breath flowing with ease? The moment you lose your balance, your breath will not be in ease. It'll be irregular, it may be fast, and all of that. But on the other hand, when the mind is perfectly calm, the breath will be in perfect ease. So what Patanjali Muni is saying is, along with all these imbalances, that's what will happen. What else will happen? Dukkha means the feeling of, you can call it as sadness, misery. Daurmanasya means despondency. What is the point of living? That kind of thinking. Angamejatva means, anga are the body parts. Angamejatva means trembling of the body. So all of these, trembling of the body, feeling mentally unhappy, this breath being irregular, all of this is the state by which a person who is in the various states of imbalance stated in Sutra number 30 is listed over there. You can all imagine how many people we have in this society who have depression, anxiety, and all of that. You can relate to all of it right over here. Now, in the next Sutra number 32, he goes on to say, Tat. Tat means that. Pratishedartham means you oppose this tendency. How do you oppose it? Ekatattva, one point of focus, abhyasa, practice. So by practicing one point of focus, you can oppose this all these tendencies that come from the state of the mind and body that results in trembling, despondency, unhappiness, depression, this irregular breathing and all of that. Now, it is easier said than done. So Patanjali Muni, what he says is, we need to begin in stages. Because when a person is completely out of balance, for them to say, you know, keep your mind pointed in one place is practically impossible. They will say, my mind is wandering everywhere. I am unable to keep my mind focused. So what do you do? So he says, Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upekshana, Sukha Dukha, Punya Apunya Vishayana, Bhavanataha Chitta Prasadana. The word prasadana is something that is enabled in a whole way. So something that is enabled in a divine way. So that is the concept of prasada. So when you have a prasad, when you offer something, whatever that food is enabled by divine grace, something that enables. That is the concept of prasad. So the chitta is the programmed entity, the consciousness. The consciousness becomes enabled. How? By anytime you see something that is sukha, sukha means something that gives happiness. Towards that thing that gives you happiness, have a sense of maitri. Maitri means friendliness. And anything that gives misery, dukkha, have a sense of karuna. Karuna means compassion. Anything that you consider as punya or virtuous, have a sense of mudita, that is internal joy. And anything you consider as not virtuous, for that you have the attitude of upeksha. Upeksha means disregard. You let it go. And if you keep that kind of an attitude, that kind of vishaya subject matter, bhavana, that kind of an attitude, it results in the chitta or the programmed entity becoming enabled. Now, so in other words, the sum substance of it is, when a person is in a state of imbalance that is causing all kinds of mental and physical instability, to develop one-pointed awareness may be a little difficult, but that is the solution. The first starting point is positive thinking and not being affected by things around you. So when something good happens, don't jump with joy. Just have a sense of friendliness, happiness towards it. When something bad happens, don't get crumpled up and start, feeling very sad. Instead, have a sense of compassion. And when something wonderful is happening, just have internal joy. You don't have to go out and do anything. And if something bad is happening out there, stay away from all those places. And when we say something bad is happening, stay away from all those places. There is something to all the children I know, I give guidance, and many of you should give guidance, is anytime after darkness is where all the problems happen in life. So after darkness, people should all be home. If this is something that can be instilled in children, we will have a very nice society in the future. And you can all see all crimes start after darkness, or most often. Next, sutra number 34. So here it is. You develop positive thinking, getting rid of the extremes, and that becomes a little helpful for you in controlling the mind. Then the next step, sutra number 34, is prachardana vidharanabhyam va pranasya. This is a little complex sutra. Pranasya, it is pranasya, literally is the breath. So along with the breath, the vibration of the breath, you can attain the same kind of positive focus of the mind. How? Va means or, so you can attain that above, or you can attain this by working with the breath. There are different interpretations of the word prachardana. Prachardana can mean exhalation. Vidharanabhyam can means holding. Okay, so the exhale state or the health state, and focusing on the breath, that can also help. Now, we have a few physicians over here. If you think in terms of people who are having tachycardia, very high heart rate, then in which case, or for that matter, significant irregularity in breath that is leading towards high level of heart rate, there is one exercise called the Valsalva maneuver, where all you're doing is you're taking a deep breath in and holding it tight and keeping your focus over there. So this way, what is happening is you're preventing the whatever are the vibrations within from going crazy, holding back, and that is helpful. So you can think of how this can be interpreted. By how you deal with the breath, you may be able to bring your mind more under control. Now, the next one, sutra number 35, Vishayavati va pravritti utpanna manasaha sthiti nibandhini. Vishayavati is any subject matter. And what is the nature of the subject matter? The subject matter is anything that attracts you. How do you work with any subject matter? For a mind that is always thinking of where the mind is wandering. That is what pravritti means, nature or the nature of activation. Utpanna manasaha. So something that is all constantly, the mind that is always having activation. For such a mind, by focusing on any subject matter, that can bring the state, the sthiti, into nibandhani, means you lock it down. You don't let it flutter and go all over the place anymore. Next sutra tells us, Vishokava Jyotishmati. Jyotishmati means any flame, any light. So any light that has no sadness associated with it. Why does he use the word Vishoka? Because when somebody dies, by that side of the body, a lamp is lit and kept over there. That is not the kind of light you want to focus on. So that is a shoka. Shoka means grief. So any kind of light that has no grief associated with it, you focus on that kind of a light. Another way in which sutra number 37 says you can bring yourself into regulation is Vitaraga Vishayam Va Chitta. This is very, very important. The thing is, many of you know the concept of invocation. Invocation means to think of something and bringing yourself into it. So we often say that if you invoke something, somebody, some spirit, that spirit can profoundly change the way your system is activating at that time. And what kind of such invocation, or what kind of entity on which you want to do invocation? One that is bereft of attractions and actually bereft of attraction. Vita raga means attractions, or what would you call, anything that binds you or brings your attachment or attractions. So any being that is bereft of it, that is vita, such a being, vishayam, or such a topic, subject matter, if you can invoke that, that would immediately still you. And this is the reason what happens is, many people, when they go to a temple and they feel the temple's presence, they will feel that everything quietens within them. Similarly, if you think of a great soul, somebody, you would find yourself becoming calm. You think of a calm person, the calmness pervades you. Swapna Nidra Jnana Alambanam Va. Sutra number 38. How else can you quieten the mind and bring one-pointed focus? By focusing on dreams and or going into sleep, swapna nidra jnana alambanam. Alambanam means resting in that state. The jnana alambanam is thinking of you like you are in a dream or in sleep state. Being in that state can also give you quietness and balance within. Yatha abhimat dhyanatva. Yatha means whatever you like, whatever. Abhimat means that is something that is pleasing to your mind. Dhyanatva. Dhyanat means to meditate or to focus in that. That would also, that is another way in which you can pursue to bring your mind into stability and calmness. Sutra number 40, he says, Paramanu Parama Mahatvantaha Asya Vashikaraha. Whether it is the smallest Paramanu, smallest, or the highest, biggest, Parama Mahatvantaha, the biggest. All of this you can bring yourself into control. Vashikaraha, these can help you. Any point of focus, whether small or big, can help you to bring your focus within. So that is the point over here. Vashikaraha means that which holds you bound. Let's go to Sutra number 41. Let's see what that is. Now, in the Sutra number 41, we'll finish Sutra number 41 to 43 now. China vritte abhijatasya iva mane grihitra grahana grahyeshu tathastha tatha anjanata samapatti. Actually, we'll stop over here after I tell you this because there is more discussion involved over here. Once you're able to focus your mind with all these different methods that Patanjali Muni has stated over here, he's saying the activation becomes less. It slowly dissipates. That is what China Vritte. And out of that, there is something else that is born. What is born? Abhijatasya means something that arises from it or takes birth from it. And what is the nature of that? Iva means like. Mane grihitre grahana grahyeshu tathastha anjanata samapatti. Money means, but you can think of it as a crystal, money. Now, what happens is if you have a crystal placed, if you place anything near the crystal will take the same light or hue as whatever you put near it, because a crystal has no color. So just like a crystal kind of absorbs whatever is near it, similarly, what happens is the person, the process of getting absorbed and the absorption, all of that come together, and that results in a person who becomes completely absorbed within. So it's a concept of deep absorption that comes from the point of one point focus that results by getting rid of, by any one of the practices that essentially stops the instability of the mind. So once you get into that absorption stage, what happens? That is what is there from here on. So we will stop over here. We'll begin with Sutra 141, 142 tomorrow. So with that, we'll close over here. Any quick question in the chat box?
There is one question there, Dr. Rajan.
Yeah.
I see one was about the CPAP discussion. Are we going to talk about the CPAP thing? But I think we don't have time.
Yeah, but I will say briefly and then we'll stop. And what is the other?
Mr. Vijay V said that I found a common yoga protocol in YouTube Ministry of Ayush. I see there's a difference between our yoga position and the common yoga protocol.
Oh, that is absolutely true. Because the people who deal with yoga from the Ayush, they come from the Hatha Yoga background. They have no depth in the understanding of yoga. Okay. So, but the thing is basically our goal is not to get involved in that issue. The key part is yoga as a concept can benefit a lot of people. And so to participate in an event where, it is there to spread the enthusiasm of yoga among many people, we can work with it and you do whatever you want, but then those are the lower forms of yoga that they deal with and not the subtler and higher aspects of yoga. Now,
sorry, is there any common name for, like, as you said, that is Hatha Yoga, and do we have any common name for this process actually? Like what kind of yoga, like a high level name do we have?
Our yoga is the real yoga. Everything else is partial yoga.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
And the next thing that I would like to say very quickly, even though it's 7 o'clock in 1 minute, the key thing I want to raise about CPAP is that a use of CPAP can have some changing effect in the nervous reaction of the body. Okay. And it can also be negative. We'll share 2 cases. Vijayendra Shenoy will share his experience, and I'll give you the case of Ramesh Bhutada about his experience with the use of CPAP, and maybe others may have some experience too. We'll share that tomorrow. So Anjana ji, you were going to say something?
Yes. our yoga called mantra-based meditation healing yoga.
No, 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 no. If we give a name like that, we diminish what we are doing. It
And
may
I
be-
have one question
yes.
about the 38th shloka. Swapna Nidra Gnan Avlamanam Va. What Va means?
Va means or, and that va is common to all the statements if you look there. So
Okay.
he's saying, or you can do this, or you can do this, or you can do this. So that is what all the ors are there in every line over there.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So with that, we'll close over here today and we'll catch up tomorrow. Thank you so much. We'll take one deep breath and do an om and we'll disband.
Namaste to all.
Thank you.
All right.
Namaste. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Good night. Thank you so much.